Welcome to mySci Unit 8, Putting on a Show with Light and Sound, Lesson 3. In this lesson, students will answer the question, what are vibrations? By the end of this lesson, students will figure out that force is used to create a vibration to start a sound, and that the greater the force, the louder the sound. In the engage portion of this lesson, you'll start off with a review. You'll ask students which objects that we used in Lesson 2 could we see shake or vibrate. You'll then also ask what part of your body vibrates when you make a sound. You'll have students put 2 fingers on their throat to hear the vibration that their throat makes when they make a sound. In the explore portion of this lesson, you'll distribute the rubber bands found in the mySci kit. You will also need to provide students with safety glasses. You will then ask students, in what ways can we make this rubber band produce a sound? You will then demonstrate to students how they can pluck the rubber band, and then ask the students if the rubber band reminds them of any instruments that they might already know of. Students might give you answers like a guitar or a banjo. In the explain portion of this lesson, you'll ask students, what is the rubber band doing? And then you'll explain to students that the rubber band is making vibrations. You'll then ask students, what do you have to do to get the rubber band to make a sound? You'll explain to students that the plucking is actually exerting a force on the rubber band that causes it to vibrate. You will then partner students up and have them explain in their own words how their throat, kazoo, ruler, and rubber bands all made sound. Encourage them to use the word force when they're talking about how the vibration was produced. It also helps to make the connection that the larger the force, or the stronger they hit or pluck the object, the louder the sound that is produced. In the elaborate portion of this lesson, you will start off by modeling how sound moves. You'll explain to students that we use models to help us understand things that we can't see easily. To model the sound wave, you will need the rope found in the mySci kit. Have 2 students come to the front of the room and have each student hold one end of the rope. You will then have one student move their end of the rope up and down, while the other student holds their end of the rope stationary. You will then have the students with the rope kneel on the floor, and you'll have one student move their end of the rope side to side. You'll then ask students, how does moving this rope relate to the plucking of the rubber band? Allow students time to turn and talk. You will then show a slow motion video of a guitar being strummed. You can make the connection with the movement of the string to the way that the guitar string moves back and forth after it was strummed. You can also make the connection with force, saying that the pick exerted a force on the guitar string, making them vibrate. You can then ask students, how does that sound travel to our ear? Refer back to the rope model and say that the sound will travel through the air similar to how the rope moved. In the evaluate portion of this lesson, you'll have students take out their instrument drawing from Lesson 1. You're then going to have them redraw or redesign an instrument in this lesson. In their redesign, students will need to label what part of the instrument will vibrate to make the sound. They will also need to show how the sound will be made, meaning what is the force that is going to cause the vibration. Students will continue using the scientific drawing rubric and the checklist at the bottom of this handout. By the end of this lesson, students will be able to answer the question, what are vibrations? And they will have demonstrated how a force is needed to begin a sound or vibration. Students will use this knowledge as they move forward in thinking about the design of their instrument made out of recycled materials.